Good morning and welcome to Dharmapala College grounds. We are live on Sportylk and we are here for the MCA Super League T10 league stage on Tier B. The first match is going to be between Akbar brothers and Sitrek group. Sitrek won the toss and chose to bowl first. Okay, we have the footage of the toss. My co-commentator, Oshida Bandara, is at the toss.
So it's all set here at the center for the coin toss of match number 1 of this final day of the league stage here at Pandapiti Dharmapala College ground. So I got the two captains here with me from Sitrek and the Akbar group, and of course to officiate the toss proceedings we have Mr. Prasad Amarsinha out here as well. So I believe Sitrek captain has the coin and he will give it a toss. Heads is a call. It is heads. මොකද්ද ඔයාගේ ඩිසිෂන් එක?
මුලින්ම පන්දු රැකීම තමයි පුහුණු වෙන්නේ.
පන්දු රැකීමට මොන වගේ ඒ තීරණයට මොන වගේ සාධකද බලපෑවේ?
අපි අපේ පිටුවත සයිඩ් එක අපි කොහොමද අඩු ගානකට තියන්න තමයි අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
Thank you and good luck. මුලින්ම පන්දුවට පහර දෙන්න තමයි සිදු වෙලා තින්නේ. සතුටුද ඒ ඩිසිෂන් එක සම්බන්ධව?
ඔව් අපි ඕනම දෙයකට චැලෙන්ජ් බාර ගන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙමින් ඉන්නේ. ඒක නිසා ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. 10 overs ගහන්න තියෙන්නේ, ප්ලේ කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි මැක්සිමම් අද දවස් ඇතුළත ප්ලේ කරන්න බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. ටීම් එක කොන්ෆිඩන්ස්.
කීයක විතර ස්කෝර් එකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඕවර් 10 ඇතුළත?
92 over 100 තමයි අපි try කරන්නේ. මොකද last match එකලත් අපි try කරා ඒ ගානට අපි hit කරා සහ අපි ඒක over ගියා matches වල. ඉතින් ඒක නිසා මේ match එකත් අපි try කරන්නේ ඒ වගේ හොඳ score එකක් අරන් දීලා Akbar brothers අට හොඳ challenge එකක් දෙන්න.
Thank you and good luck. Right, so that's the news from the center. So Akbar brothers have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
Thank you, Oshida. So that's what happened at the toss. Sitrek group won the toss and chose to bowl first. Akbar brothers with the bat. Left it alone. It's T10. So it's all about action. The batters will have to take on the attack to the bowlers. Akbar brothers, 1 for none. On drives, but there's a fielder at short mid wicket. Nipuna Tarusha is the bowler. Ruan Vidyasekara along with Nipun Piris with the bat. They are the opening pair for Akbar brothers. Watchfully played for a single. The first runs of Ruan Vidyasekara's bat. Akbar brothers still not looking to score runs quickly. They are getting their eye in. Now it's up to the left-hander, Nipun Piris. Tries to drive it hard, but the ball misses the bat. We are playing on a matting wicket, so in the first few overs, it's not going to be easy. And as the spinners come on, it'll be even harder. This is Nipun Tarusha with the ball. Drives and upishly and for 4. The first boundary of the day off the bat of Nipun Piris. Good shot. It was over the infield. Got his calculations right. That's the end of the first over. Akbar brothers, 6 runs for no loss. Ruan Vaidyasekara taking his guard. He's on 1 of 3 balls, and his partner at the other end was looking to attack. Got the first 4 in the morning. Nipun Piris on 5 of 3 balls. Now Kusa Latapattu is getting ready with the ball to bowl his first over. Taking his time. The umpires will be watchful. Is that something wrong with the ground staff? Yes, as it seems. The ground staff has done a brilliant job to get this ground prepared. The outfield is looking good. Something with the side screen. It has to be. The batters will have time to get their calculations, to get their plans correct, to have a few discussions, not with the fielding team, obviously. But between the pair, Nipun and Ruvin. The side screen is being covered. Akbar brothers put into bat first. They have scored 6 runs of the first over. All right, the players are ready. That is Ruvin Vidyasekara. He's the right-hander. Kusa Latapattu with the ball. Pushes it down to single. Still doesn't seem to attack Ruvin. It was Nipun Piris who brought the attack to the bowlers in the first over, in the last few deliveries in the first over. He's now taking guard, the left-hander. Looks a bit dark. A few dark clouds hovering around. Here's Kusa. Drives up Bishley. But there's a fielder at long off. 1 run to Nipun. Akbar brothers moves up to 8 runs. Tries to pull it. It goes up in the air. straight onto the hands of the keeper. That's the first wicket of the day of the bowling of Kusalatapattu. The batsman who will have to leave the ground will be Ruvin Vidyasekara. He was trying to play it upishly over the leg umpire, but wasn't successful, as he will have to leave the ground. That's the first wicket. Akbar brothers 8 runs for 1. The new batter is also a right-hander. Kusalatapattu bowled well to the right-hander. First runs off his bat. The first wicket went down as Ruvin Vidyasekara tried to pull the ball in the air. It went straight up and taken by the keeper. Here's Kusalatapattu, the wicket taker. Nipun Piris edges it down to third man. 2 runs to him. Nipun is trying to play a few shots to attack the bowlers. That's what they got to do. It's T10. It's all about action. That has to be a wide. Wide signaled by the umpire. The first extras of the day. Easily pushed it down to third man. That's another single to end the over. Akbar brothers 13 for 1. This is how the batting card looks like. Nipun Piri still not out on 9 of 6 deliveries. Scored a boundary. Ruvan Vidyasekara was the man to go. Just scored 4 runs. 3 runs, in fact. Sahan Sankalpa has been introduced onto the attack. He has to be the first spinner we see today. Oh, a chance is it? But he couldn't manage to hold on to it. The ball goes for 4. Another boundary to Nipun Piris. It was uppish as well, but the ball didn't carry. It was a half chance, I should say, at backward point. This is the replay. Yes, it was a half chance indeed. Again, drives it to short cover. Extra cover rather. Now the leg side field is moved back. Two fielders on the boundary on the offside. For Nagaraja Sachin, the new batter, still on one of one delivery. Another single. The plan is clear. Nipun Piris to attack and the others to play around him, to support him with the singles and twos. But there's not much time to go. Oh, balled a bit faster by Sahan Sankalpa. He has been attacking that line. Balling to his packed offside field. Nipun Piris takes a chance and gone. A good catch. It went like a rocket to his hands. Safely taken by the fielder. That's the end of Nipun Piris. The second wicket to go down. He was bowling to the off stump, but this time bowled a bit into him. Nipun Piris scored 14 of 9. Sitrek 19 for 2. This is how the last wicket fell. Safely taken at the long on boundary. Now Sahan Sankalpa should end his good over with a good ball. Anton Fernando, the new batter, gets off the mark. The end of a successful over from Sahan Sankalpa. Sitrek Group 20 for 2. This is how the bowlers of Akbar brothers have performed so far. Nipuna Tarusha bowled a good over, just given away 6 runs. Kusal Atapattu took a wicket and just given away 7 runs. Sahan Sankalpa took another wicket for just 7 runs. Current run rate doesn't look as healthy as they would have wanted. The projected score is on 67 at the moment. They will have to change things up. These new batters will have to take that responsibility. Anton Fernando along with Nagaraja Sachin. Taranga is brought into the attack as Anton Fernando is getting ready at the batting crease. Short of the length. He was planted his, he was on his front foot. couldn't manage to drive it. Now Nagaraja Sachin is getting ready. Dead ball signaled by the umpire. Here goes Taranga. Big shot. No chance of stopping that. That's a 6. The first 6 of the day from Nagaraja Sachin. A much needed boundary, a much needed 6. And he moves up to 8. It was on length. Easily put away. Now Taranga will have to get his radars right, get his lengths right. A few big shots will help their cause, the Sitrek group. Nagaraja Sachin looks to be someone who can take that responsibility. Here goes Taranga. A single down to point. A wise decision, we could say. After the big 6, took a single, got to the other end, letting Anton to take his chances. Short and outside the off stump. A good ball, good option by Taranga. On to his 5th delivery of this over. Oh, again on good length, just outside the off stump. Looks to have found his target against Anton. This time he drives, but just for a single. Sitrek group, 29 for 2. Two wickets down for Sitrek. They are on 29. Nipun Piris and Ruan Vidyasekara, the opening pair, is back in the pavilion. Nipun scored 14. Ruan scored just 2. Nagaraja Sachin, along with Anton Fernando, is building a partnership. They've got to lay down a foundation to end the innings well. We're at the halfway mark of the innings. Roshan Pereira is going to bowl the 5th over of this inning. Mind you, it's T10, just 10 overs for an inning. A full toss. Couldn't manage to score as much as he would have wanted. Just 1 run. Now this is the danger man, Nagaraja Sachin. He showed what he can do in the last over. Hit a big 6 over the long off. What can Roshan Pereira do? Again, beautiful shot. One of the hardest shots to play. It's another 6 to Nagaraja Sachin. But this one was for the photographers. Oh, look at that. A beautiful shot. Now Roshan Pereira is in two minds, is he? Oh, straying down the leg side. This is what you can do, hitting the sixes. Now the bowler is thinking. Maybe he's thinking too much. He's not trying to attack the stumps. Again on the offside. Just one run. He couldn't find the gap. Nagaraja Sachin. Now the projected score stays at 84. Current run rate has gone up, 8.44. Another wide. This is the second wide of this over by Roshan Pereira. He's got to find his radars as quickly as possible, as these two batters are looking to attack. Again, drives along the ground. Just one run. Anton Fernando moves up to 4. This is Nagaraja Sachin, the 6-hitter. Hit 2 brilliant shots. Again, stays hit. Good effort on the boundary, but that doesn't stop Nagaraja Sachin from scoring a 6. When he hits, he stays hit. This man, Nagaraja Sachin, he's on a roll. Not on the back foot either, not on the front foot. Again, he didn't manage to time it perfectly, but it went down to 6. This is brilliant hitting by Nagaraja Sachin. Sitrek group moves up to 52 for 2. It was clearly a miss hit, but it went for a 6. Sitrek group after 5 overs, 52 for 2. Changing the com box, Oshada Bandara to commentate on this match.
Foe's done 52 runs on the board for the loss of 2 wickets now. Playing across the line of the delivery, Anton Fernando. Still to break his shackles at the moment. 5 of just 7 in trying to hit that ball, especially onto the onside, just like his partner Nagaraja Sachin. In the contrary, has been really good. 28 of 8 deliveries. Hitting the ball well. Middling it just like that. That's perfect. That's gone all the way for a 6. Picture perfect shot there from Nagaraja. This time down the ground. Just touch too full there from Kusal. And driven, lofted down the ground. Just above the head of that long on fielder. Brilliant strike. No chance for the fielder. It just tells you about the confidence of the batter. Knowing that there is a field out there in the deep. It just still decided to go down in that direction because he knows he has that confidence. He knows that he has enough power and timing. He's been fine in the middle of the bat right throughout these 9 deliveries that he faced, and already with 34 runs on the board for him. So 59 for 2. The projected score at the moment stands at 111, which would be a really good score if Sitrek group can get past that 100-run mark. which they did mention. Now in the coin toss, the captain did mention that Sitrek group would try to exceed 100 runs in their 10 overs. They've done this already in this tournament. Not where he wanted it to play, but still good enough. And it's gone for a boundary. So 10 runs coming off from these last 2 overs. So everything it touches at the moment turns to gold. Nagaraj Sachin moves up to 38 of just 10 deliveries. Brilliant strike. Not intentional, but very, very effective. This time it's much intentional. One bounce and into the boundary line it goes. Kusal Latapattu is just continuing to bowl outside the off stump, and it's touched to full. Easy pickings for Nagaraj. He needs to drag his length a bit. Try to bowl in those in that length area, in that good length area. Because Nagaraj Sachin, the way he's batting at the moment, is going to cause lots and lots of problems. This up in there, chance. And no chance. It's gone all the way for 6. Wow. Again touch to full there from the bowler, and Nagaraj Sachin just latched onto it. Just a small drift down the ground. There we go. Front foot out of the way. Brilliant strike. This is absolutely brilliant. 48 of just 12 deliveries. Kusal Adabattu really needs to think of something special here. Right, so he has he done something? Something different here. Gone! Is he? No, just on the bounce. Oh, for a moment I thought that was it straight into the hands of the bowler. Well, that's the end of the over. 6 overs done, 73 for 2. $73 for 2 in just 6 overs. Sitrek group going well. All thanks to Nagaraj Sachin on 48 of just 13 deliveries. Here's Sahan Sankalpa to bowl his second over. That's a good shot. Very effective. Might just run away for a boundary. Yes, it does. Anton Fernando was out there in the middle for some time, was not able to break his shackles, but that shot will definitely give him some confidence. Sahan Sankalpa just planting it just touch too short. Just enough time for Anton Fernando to rock back and play it away from the fielder right towards the mid-wicket. Now, corrections have been made out in the field. We have a deep mid-wicket in position, a long on and a long off in position. A deep extra car and a deep square leg. So 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle till the 9th over. Or the batters will have that chance to take the power play anywhere in between over number 3 to over number 10. If they decided not to take the power play, then over number 9 will automatically be the power play. So only 4 fielders, or rather 3 fielders, will be permitted outside the 30-yard circle. Now that was another good shot. Sahan Sankalpa is slowly but steadily taking some notes from his partner Nagaraja Sachin. Oh, that was my mistake. That was Nagaraja Sachin. 52 of 14. So a half century in just 14 deliveries for Nagaraja Sachin. 52 of 14 deliveries. He took a single, Anton Fernando, and gave the strike back to Nagaraja Sachin. He has scored one of the fastest half centuries in this tournament. Good delivery. A good way to finish things off. 10 runs coming off from that over. And Sitrek Group 83 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Nagaraja Sachin getting to his half century in just 14 deliveries has been superb in how he executed those shots, especially down the ground. Has so much power in those arms, full extension of his arms. It's been a treat to watch his innings so far. 53 of 50, Nagaraja Sachin. Here's Nipura Tarusha. Swing and a miss. It was right in his arc. Nagaraja Sachin was swinging his bat across the line of the delivery. He's been getting the middle of the bat quite a lot throughout these 16 deliveries which he faced. But this time around, missing it entirely. There we go, 53 of just 16. 6 sixes and just 3 fours in that innings. Gone! Straight into the hands of the fielder. Trying to work that ball over the head of that point fielder, but just a gentle jump there from the fielder, good enough to take that catch. But that was a brilliant innings there from Nagaraja Sachin. A superb knock that really took Sitrek Group out of the trouble in the first few overs. The runs were not coming. They lost a couple of early wickets, but he came in and he played a superb knock of a half century in just 14 deliveries. So now it's 3 down for 83. This was the wicket. Nipura Tarusha showed outside the off stump, slapped, and a good take from the point fielder. Kusal. Nagaraja Sachin is gone for 53 of 17 with a staggering strike rate of 311 with 6 sixes and 4 fours. Right, so 15 deliveries remaining for Sitrek Group here. And the projected score at the moment stands at 112. I'm sure they'll try to push into that 120 run mark in their 10 overs. Now Anton Fernando has to take the lead here because he's been out there for some time. 13 deliveries is a considerable time in T10 cricket. So he has an idea of what to expect from the bowlers, and though he has faced only 13 deliveries, he's been out there for some time at the non-striker's end. So he has to take that lead. He has to make sure that they're getting those boundaries and they're pushing into that 120 run mark as much as possible. Asking the question. But that's a good over from Nipura Tarusha. A really good one. 8 overs done. 85 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Right, so Roshan Pereira He's back with the ball in hand. His first over went for 23 runs. That was all as a result of what Nagaraja Sachin did out there in the middle. Absolute carnage. Right. That's up in there. And it's taken. Anton Fernando, just that lack of confidence in that shot. Not much power behind. He was not committed to the shot fully. Just halfway through, hitting that bottom part of the bat and the bat rotating as well. So it just tells you about the confidence. There we go. Not the most convincing shot there from the batter and a good take from the fielder. The catching has been good from Akbar brothers. So Anton Fernando, he's gone for 11 or 15, and it was Nipuna Tarusha who just took a brilliant catch to get rid of Anton Fernando. Kanchana Malita is the new batter in, right-handed batter. Only 17 runs in 6 innings. Nothing much to show for Kanchana Malita with the bat in hand, but now is a chance to finish things off strongly and to hit that 120-run mark. But at the moment, Kanchana Malita is struggling to get bat on ball. A fumble there from the wicketkeeper. There will be just a single, but so far Roshan Pereira has certainly done his redemption for the first over that went for 23 runs. He has come back strongly. Punched off the ground. Another quick single. So the singles won't hurt Akbar brothers at the moment. So they wouldn't mind these batters getting those singles. It's just that the boundaries have dried up quite a lot since the departure of Sachin. And that's the end of the over as well. 9 overs done, 88 for 4.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
A single taken. So we're into the last over. The run rate has dropped down to just 9.71. It was hovering at about 11 to 12 runs per over. But some good work from Akbar brothers. There we go. He's gone. A direct hit there from the wicket keeper. Bit of a fumble as well, but he gets his work done. That is exactly what happened. That was a good delivery. Wicketkeeper missing it entirely, but then comes back with a direct hit to get rid of the batter. So good work there from a good collective effort from Akbar brothers, especially in these last 3 to 4 overs. And Kanchana Malitha is gone for 2. Gone. Straight. And it does the job for Taranga Kumara. And the batter just swinging the ball, swinging the bat at everything. That was hit, struck straight and more like a Yumiza hit there from Taranga Kumara. Just straight enough to hit that off stump. And now it's 6 down for just 89 runs for Sitrek Group. And all of a sudden, they're in trouble here. Lakmal Pereira, he's gone for a duck. And Taranga Kumara assisting 1 wicket and then comes back with his own wicket. 89 for 6. This was the replay. Oh, he just hit that leg stump. For the moment, I thought it was yet off stump. But just a hint of movement. And that took the ball right into that leg stump. Right, so far, really good over. That's up in the air, not in the gap, so straight into the hands of the fielder. And they're coming back, oh no, just back down at the last moment. Right, so this has to be the last ball of this over and the innings. Swing and a miss, and that's the end. That's a good over from Taranga Kumara. Just 11 runs conceded in his 2 overs and picked up a wicket as well. Superb effort from Akbar brothers, especially as I mentioned earlier, especially during those last 3 to 4 overs. They've been quite dominant with the ball. Since the departure of Sachin, they were able to put things under ease and under control. Didn't really allow the batters to settle down and get those boundaries. I don't think there were any boundaries, especially in those last 2 to 3 overs. So it's been that good from Akbar brothers. But still, I feel like it's a formidable total on the board. Sitrek Group ending with 90 for the loss of 6 wickets. It was all about Nagaraja Sachin, how he batted for his half century in just 14 deliveries with 6 sixes and 3 fours. But the rest of the batters were not able to give that support. Brief innings from Nipun Piri's 14 of 10, and Anton Fernando also looked good out there for 11 runs, but didn't really make an impact that would take Sitrek Group beyond 100 runs. So with the ball, wickets apiece for everyone. Nipun Tarusha 1 for 8. Kusal Latapattu's first over went for 20 plus runs. And he picked up a wicket. Sahan Sankalpa 1 for 17. Taranga Kumar 1 for 11. And Roshan Pereira picking up 1 wicket for 25. So you can see that the third wicket fell down at 83. And since then, wickets started to tumble and runs started to dry up. So that's exactly what happened. 10 overs completed. 90 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. So looking into the highlights of this innings, it started off well with some pinch hitting from Sitrek Group. They looked as they were confident, they were in control, especially in the first few overs. But then the wickets started to tumble. So 2 wickets fell down that took them to the back seat of this innings. But as I mentioned earlier, it was that arrival of Nagaraja Sachin that really took Sitrek Group out of the misery that they were in, and they changed the gears of the whole innings, and they were poised to get anything around 120, 130 if Nagaraja Sachin was to bat the 10 overs, had he batted those 10 overs, they would have probably end up scoring that 120, 130 run mark, because he was that good. A half century in just 14 deliveries with 6 sixes and 3 fours. It's not something you see often every day, because that was a really good pinch hitting. And these are not slogs, these are proper technique shots there from Sachin. It tells you the caliber of the player. It tells you about the confidence of the player. And if they are to go through and win this match, it will most probably be thanks to Nagaraja Sachin. Now, that was that dismissal of Sachin. He was trying to clear that point field, but couldn't get it. Couldn't get the elevation he was looking for. But then after that, the wickets started to tumble one after another. And runs dried up. Didn't really see any boundaries coming off in those last few overs. The batters did try to hit the long ball, but it just crashed onto the stumps, and the timing was not there. But 90 runs on the board for Sitrek Group, and that means Akbar brothers will have a target of 91 runs in their 10 overs to win this match, this opening game of the MCA T10 Super League 2025 here at Pandipiti Dharmapala College Grounds. This is the final day. And we'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the run chase. Until then, stay tuned with Sporty.lk.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Welcome back live on Sportylk. We are here for the first game at the MCA Super League T10 Tier B matches, and we are here to witness the reply. Akbar brothers would need 91 runs of 60 balls to win this match. Sitrek group batted first, put into bat by Akbar brothers. They scored 90. A brilliant inning by Nagaraja Sachin. Scored 6 sixes and scored a half century. Got his team in a good position to win the match, but at the latter half of the inning, it was all about the bowlers of Akbar brothers. They brought the game back. They dried the boundaries up. And now they are in reply. 91 to get off 60 deliveries. To start off with pace, first up, Sitrek group. Here comes the first ball. It was far from the batter. Wide called by the umpire. First runs and first extras for Akbar brothers. Chatura Devinda on strike and Sahan Sankalpa at the other end for Akbar brothers. It's Nagaraja Sachin who scored a brilliant half century while they were batting. "11 matches for Chatura Devinda, 94 runs, averaging just 8. And a strike rate of 73.44. Attacking that wide line is Nagaraja Sachin. 2 wides has been bowled in the process. Got to attack the stumps. First up, look for your chances. This is Nagaraja Sachin, a good bowler as well. We saw what he can do with the bat while they were batting. A short delivery. He could have done better. He could have done better, the batter. Could have taken the gap between short fine leg and short square leg. Now Sahan Sankalpa on strike. That's a good line. That's where he should be more often. Nagaraja Sachin. Apart from the 2 wides, just 1 run has been taken off his over. Akbar brothers needing 88 of 57. Oh, edges past the keeper. 2 fielders chasing the ball, and once it returns, 2 runs have been taken. Sahan Sankalpa gets off the mark with those 2 runs. It went a bit faster than the keeper would have liked. Watchfully played for a single. We're coming towards the last delivery of the first over. 6 runs so far for Akbar brothers. Chaturadevinda on strike as Nagaraja Sachin is bowling the last ball of his first over. Hit hard and out of the boundary. That's the first 6 for Akbar brothers. And a good end to the over. Chatura Devinder was waiting for that delivery on his back foot. He was ready and hit it hard over the long on boundary. Akbar brothers 12 runs for no loss after the first over.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Akbar brothers chasing down a target of 91 given by Sitrek group. They have scored 12 runs off the first over from Nagaraja Sachin. Now Ruwan Vidyasekara to bowl his first over. A chance of a run out, is it? No. Malintha fielded that ball. Akbar brothers needing 78 from 53. A long way to go in this match. More than 8 overs. 8.5 deliveries to be exact. So anything can happen. Misses the bat. Goes to the keeper. That's a good line to bowl to the right-hander. Not letting him to attack the ball. That has been the ploy by these bowlers from Sitrek group. But in the first over, Nagaraja Sachin bowled a few wides. A good shot. That's 4. Heaved by Chatura Devinder. And he moves up to 11 from 5 deliveries. There was no fielder down at the boundary. Now it's covered up. For Ruwan Vidyasekara. Again, comes back to where he is comfortable. Ruwan Vidyasekara. Bowling wide from the batsman. But it's a fine line. Again tries to go over the infield and manages to do so. A good throw. A good chase and a good throw by Nagaraja Sachin. At the backward point position. Akbar Brothers 18 for no loss. As we are heading to the last ball of the second over. This is the replay. This is a chance and it's been taken. That's the first wicket going down for Akbar Brothers. That's good bowling by Ruwan Vidyasekara and a good take by Nagaraja Sachin at the backward point. It's Sahan Sankalpa who is the culprit, who was trying to attack the leg side. But Ruwan Vidyasekara was wiser. He was bowling on that good length throughout this over. Sahan Sankalpa goes back to the pavilion. Akbar Brothers 18 for 1. First wicket went down for Akbar Brothers, and we are moving into the third over of this innings, where Akbar Brothers are chasing down a target of 91. Vikum Tarusha is the new batter at number 3. They might need a few boundaries. They cannot do it off the singles. Anton Fernando is bowling from the combox end. A good ball to start off with. They have always been targeting that area. Bowling wide at the off stump. Again, on the money, we could say. Anton Fernando bowling 2 dot balls. In T10 cricket, these dot balls are like gold. As the batting team, you cannot take them back. He had to hit this, and he did it. That's a 6 over the long on. Chatura Devinder doing the talking with the bat. He had to hit it after the 2 dot deliveries bowled by Anton Fernando. Again, over the umpire. And good running by the batters. 2 runs taken. Akbar Brothers move up to 26 for 1. This could be a good start for them to attack, to pick the bowlers. Now straying down the leg side is Anton Fernando. That's 4 wides for Akbar Brothers. 2 dot balls being bowled, all right, but a 6 and a 4 wide and 2 runs being scored as well. 12 runs so far, 13 to be exact, so far in this over. Again hits it hard down the ground, but there's a fielder looking for it and takes it. That's the second wicket going down for Akbar brothers as the things were looking better for them. Sitrek group get the wicket that they wanted. It's Chaturadev in this wicket. He could have hit it horizontal, but he went down the ground. Akbar brothers chasing down a target of 91. Still on 31 for 1 after 2.4 overs. The new batter is Roshan Pereira. 5 matches to his name, averaging 17, a good average in T10 cricket, as Anton Fernando bowling another wide. That's the second wide in this over. Everything happening in this over. Dot balls, sixes, fours, wides, wickets. Left it alone by Roshan Pereira. Not taking a chance. That's the end of a good over. Akbar brothers 32 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Akbar brothers need 59 more runs in 42 balls. A few boundaries can take them there. Current run rate is over 10. The required run rate is around 8. That's good running. Good running by the batters. The fielder at the third man boundary took some time to return the ball, and the batters took full advantage of it. Vikum Tarusha on strike. Punched down the ground. That's a single to Vikum Tarusha. Ajit Kumar is the bowler who is bowling the 4th over in this innings. Looks to be someone who is thoughtful. A good ball, a chance is it? No, the ball drops safely. That's another run. The first runs to Roshan Pereira. It went up in the air. But the batters were safe. Walking up to the bowler and hit it down the ground for a single. Akbar brothers need another 54 runs from 38 balls. This is a chance and a beautifully taken by the keeper. A very, very good catch. It was always passing him. And that's the end of Roshan Pereira. Look at that for a catch. Beautifully taken. All credit to the keeper. And that's the third wicket going down for Akbar brothers. They are on 37 for 3. This is how the Akbar brothers batting card actually looks like. Chatura Devinda, 20 runs of 12. Sahan Sankalpa, 4 of 5. Vikum Tarusha still not out on 4. Roshan Pereira, the last man to go. Just made 2 runs. That should be a wide. Ajit Kumar. A rare mistake by him. Bowled a good line and looks to have a bit of swing in there. A full toss. Just a single to end the 4th over. Akbar brothers 39 rather, for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Are we in for a tight match? Akbar brothers on 39 for 3. They need 52 more runs in 36 balls, having 7 wickets in hand. Anton Fernando brought back onto the attack. And balls in that safe line. This is good planning by Sitrek Group. They have been trying to bowl wide outside the stump, limiting the chances of scoring, just like that. That's another dot ball. And Akbar brothers don't seem to have a left-hander in their camp. These were all right-handers. And these bowlers from Sitrek Group are bowling well against the right-handers. Walking to the offside and puts it away. Good ploy. Good shot for a 6 by Chamod Senuviratna. Changed the stance at the last moment, as you can see. Walked a few steps away to the offside and hits it for a 6. Good ball, good reply by Anton Fernando. He was bowling to that wide line. Came back with a delivery at the stumps. Still 6 runs off this over. Another good ball. Now he's attacking the stumps. This is a good battle between the bowler and the batter. Ball 2 dot balls. Hit for a 6. Another 2-dot balls. What will be the outcome of the last delivery? Can Chamod score a boundary? No, he cannot. But the keeper goes up with an appeal. The umpire denies it. An eventful over comes to an end. That's the 5th. Akbar brothers 45 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Foe was done 45 runs on the board in pursuit of 91 runs. And exactly 46 runs. Oh, hitting the bottom edge there. Just a quick single. That's a good-looking shot. So Chamod Senaviratna and Vikum Tarusha are still new out there in the middle, having faced only 4 and 8 deliveries respectively. But they have a big task on their hands. 44 of 28. They need some big shots. They need to make sure that they're scoring and getting those boundaries at least once every over. That's a good delivery. Slow through the air. Just a touch too full to my liking, but still very effective as the batter was dragged onto his front foot. He was leaning forward and he lost his balance entirely as well. Ajit Kumar, who's bowling his second over, have given away only 9 runs. Just a few steps down the ground that time from Vikum Tarusha. Push down the ground. Now you look at the required run rate and the current run rate. So the current run rate stands at 8.5 runs per over, and what is required at this stage is just about 10 runs per over. So still things are under control, and with shots like that, surely Akbar brothers will have their hopes head high. That's a good looking shot from Chamod Senaviratna. Touch too full again. That has been the story from Ajit Kumar right throughout this over. But he got away with most of it, but not in this particular delivery, as it was lofted down the ground over the head of the long on fielder for a maximum. That's the end of the over. 6 overs done. 36 more runs required. Akbar brothers 55 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
55 for 3. Right. So what they need right now is both these batters, especially Chamod and Vikum, to get those boundaries. That's up in there. This is a chance. No, it's gone all the way. Oh. That's gone all the way for a 6. And that just hit the roof of a vehicle just parked outside the ground. But that was a really good hit. That just went out of the park. Right, so a boundary of the very first delivery of the over, and Ruan Waidesekar is now under pressure. The first delivery being hit down the ground for a maximum. So the required run rate has now dropped down to 7.5 runs per over. So that's what consecutive sixes, consecutive boundaries could do at this stage of the game. So 30 of 22, and now all of a sudden Akbar brothers are back in this game. See, this is the thing about cricket. You just need a couple of shots. And if you get things clear underway, and if you get those couple of shots, if you get that one good over, the whole complexion of the game will suddenly change. The tables will turn. So that's why they say each and every ball, as a bowler, you got to make sure that you're thinking and doing exactly according to the plan. Because one off delivery and couple of shots like that will take the game away from you. So 29 runs more required now. And all of a sudden, as I mentioned earlier, Akbar brothers in this game, in the driving seat of this game, I would say. That's up in there. A chance for the bowler not to be just far away from all the fielders. Land safely in no man's land. (28 of 20). Can they get another boundary in this over? If they can do that, Akbar brothers will get into the last 3 overs of this game with much more confidence. That's up in there. A chance, surely. Fielder setting on. Oh, just lands in between the two fielders. Would you believe it? He was up in there for some time. Two fielders came running in. And nobody's communicating. Nobody really called it mine. So it just lands perfectly in between the two fielders. Well, Lakmal was surely in a position to take that catch. He was settling under the ball, but at the last moment, he just backed off. That's very unfortunate, and that's a cardinal mistake there from Sitrek group fielders. Off the edge, that's gone for a boundary, has it? Nope. Stopped at the last moment, good work from the fielder. Not much power behind that shot, off the edge it came. And that's the end of the over. 11 runs coming off from that over. And Akbar brothers 66 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
(25 of 18). That's the equation. Just 3 overs remaining. And 20 runs required. That's up in there. A chance. Nope, it's gone all the way for a 6. It starts off with a 6. Chamod Seneviratne is playing a gem of an innings here. 31 of just 16 deliveries. I was up in there, and for some time I thought that the fielder down in the deep at Deep Squalig had a chance, but not to be enough power behind that shot to get it all the way towards a 6. 72 for 3. Oh, that's very poor from the fielder again. That's gone all the way for a boundary. So 10 runs coming off from the first 2 deliveries, and Chamod Seneviratne this time very delicately played it away from that point fielder, but I still felt that point fielder had that chance to stop that ball from going all the way towards the boundary. Right, so a deep backward point in position now, and with the third man coming inside the 30-yard circle, both fine leg and 30-yard, third man inside the 30-yard, and doesn't matter. He goes the other way around, he goes down the ground, and he gets it all the way for a 6. This is brilliant. Chamod Seneviratne has completely changed his gears and gears of this innings as well. Again, touch to full outside the off stump and blasted down the ground away from that long off fielder. A 6-4 and a 6 in this over. 16 runs. Just 9 runs away from victory, Akbar brothers. Good work from both the batters, getting those singles very easy, very risk-free. Last ball of this over. And that's a 6. And the scores are level. With that 6 on to the onside, Chamod Seneviratne moves up to 48 of just 20 deliveries. What a player. He came in those middle overs when the odds were in favour of Sitrek group, but came back strongly and played a gem of an innings here. And he's on the verge of getting into his half century and taking his side home. 8 overs done, 90 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Right, so just 1 run away from victory. And it looks like there's a bit of a hold up. Maybe the ball got lost, I think, the last shot towards that mid-wicket region. Right, so we're back. The ball is in hand of the bowler. And Akbar brothers just 1 run away from victory now. Down the ground, that's a 6. And that's the game. Akbar brothers is a commanding victory for Akbar brothers. And they have completed this run chase in just 8.1 overs. It was struck straight down the ground. And that's, I think it's a 50. A half century for Chamod as well. A superb knock from him to guide his team home. And to start this final day of the MCA T10 Super League with a win. So Akbar brothers winning this game by 7 wickets. And it's been a wonderful performance from them. A good all-round performance. Now see, it was that collective effort from the bowlers and the batters that really did the job for Akbar brothers. Especially when Nagaraja Sachin was out there, absolutely creating havoc out there in the middle against Akbar brothers. The bowlers stood to their ground, and these last 3 to 4 overs, they really completely changed the whole complexion of the game. They didn't really allow the batters of Sitrek group to settle down and get those boundaries to score those runs, and they were quite brilliant in the field as well. They didn't really put down any catches, but most importantly, the bowling, the execution in those last 3 to 4 overs, I think is the main reason for their victory, because that restricted Sitrek group for just 91 runs. An innings that was poised to get to at least 120, 130 was halted, was restricted for just 91 runs. Now this is the response from Akbar brothers. That 48 runs there from Chamo the Seneviratne was something that really took them into this game, especially in those middle overs. He didn't really go for his half century, 48 off 20, but still a very solid innings with 6 sixes and 1 4, and then Vikum Tarusha finishing things off with a 6 down the ground. So in 8.1 overs, they have chased this target down in 96 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Wicket apiece for Ruan Vaidyasekara, Anton Fernando and Ajit Kumar, but the rest of the bowlers and even the 3 bowlers, Ruan Vaidyasekara, Anton and Ajit Kumar, couldn't really push the batters to their limits, and were not able to finish things off properly. What they started off well, but couldn't really finish things off properly. Now having a look at the highlights, they lost wickets early on, 18 runs. They lost a wicket for just 18 runs, but then from there onwards, their middle order did really push things to the last few overs, and in 8.1 overs to finish things off is just tells you how strong that middle order is from Akbar brothers, and it's all thanks to Chamo, who played some really good knocks all around the park. He was quite strong, especially through the mid-wicket region, through that square leg region. He was quite good in terms of executing those shots, and he played the full shots that went all the way towards the boundary, and some went out of the park as well. So full of confidence and full of power, Chamoda. And they have one more game coming up in this final day here at Dharmapala College grounds, and I'm sure that they'll try to sort of replicate the same performance they did against Sitrek group, and to win back-to-back matches and to make a strong course into that quarterfinals and the semi-finals, and of course the finals coming up tomorrow at the CCC grounds as well. Some good shots all around the park, and especially the last few overs leading up to that 8.1 over, leading up to that run chase. Akbar brothers did really manage to put the pressure back onto the bowlers, and this was, I think, this was that shot of that last delivery of the 7th over that sealed the game, and then this from Akbar brothers. That was the shot that sealed the game for them. So having a look at the match summary, you got Sitrek group 90 for the loss of 6 wickets, and it was Akbar brothers who won the toss and elected to field first, putting Sitrek into bat, and in 10 overs they were restricted for 90 for 6. Now remember, this 90 for 6, they were poised to go for 120, 130, and they restricted Sitrek group for 90 of the bowling of Nipuna Tarusha, Kusala Tapattu and Sahan Sankamp. 54 Nagaraja Sachin, 53 off 17, and in reply Akbar brothers have chased this target down with ease, with much more ease than we expected them to, in 8.1 overs in 96 for 3, and Chamo the Seneviratne 48 off 20, and Chaturadev in the 20 off 12. So Akbar brothers winning the match by 7 wickets. Right, so that's the end of game number 1 here at Dharmapala College grounds, and we got 3 more matches coming up, and all to be live broadcasted through Sporty.lk. So stay tuned with us as we will bring you the live broadcast of our next match here at Dharmapala College grounds as well. Stay tuned with Sporty.lk and have a good day.